Okay, then I think we shall start now. Okay, so basically, we already read about units and dimension in our last two lectures, but because of that, we had only PPT, so I was not able to explain you guys properly. So I thought I should have a whiteboard. That's why I got this, and today I will explain what we have already read, and then we'll go through the problems. So basically, we know about the units, and I will explain about the dimensions. So as I said, dimensions, we read about primary dimensions, and secondary dimensions. Primary dimensions are where we don't need any other physical quantity to represent the dimension of that physical quantity. Like, for example, length. Length, we measure it in meter, and we know that it's a fundamental or primary physical quantity. So for this, we need only length that will be in different unit, SI unit in meter and more. We don't need any other physical quantities dimension to represent. And in dimension, we write it L. Right? Similarly, for mass, we already read about this. Just I'm recalling all this. We read M. For time, we write T. Basically, the dimensions of this primary physical quantity. Now, using these three, we have sevens, we'll read later, but basically we are going to use these three: length, mass, and time. Using these three, we will calculate the dimensions of all the secondary or derived dimensions. Derived dimensions. So, for example, we'll start with the very basic one. The dimension of velocity. Okay. So, what will be the dimension of velocity? So, as we know, velocity is defined as I'm not discussing about the vector and scalar form. Just distance upon
time.
Right. So now we have to find out the dimension of velocity. So distance, that is, we already know, it's measured in length, and it's our primary dimension. We don't need any other dimension to represent distance. So for distance, if I write like dimension of v equal to, for distance we know that what is the dimension? L. So it will L. For time we also know that dimension will be t. Right? So dimension of v can be written as L t minus 1. Right? So in this way, we can calculate the dimension of our derived quantities or secondary quantity. So now we will go through some numerical problems, then we will understand all these things. So after velocity, we will calculate the dimension of force. One by one we will go. I am rubbing this. So meanwhile, you just try to calculate the dimension of force. Force F. We have to find out the dimension of force. You just try it out. I'll write the definition. We
Mass
know
into
that force acceleration. Mass into acceleration. I'm writing here. So we know that mass is the fundamental quantities. It's a fundamental one, or you can say a primary one. Okay, but acceleration we don't know. We don't have any primary or fundamental dimension to represent acceleration. So first of all, what we have to do, we have to find out the dimension of acceleration. So we'll find out the dimension of acceleration. Now, what is dimension of acceleration? So by definition, we know that rate of change of velocity. So directly writing is just v upon t. Okay. So dimension of v divided by dimension of t. So v, just now we calculated the dimension of v. It was L t minus 1, right? Upon time. Okay. So what will be the dimension of acceleration now? It is L t minus 2. Okay, understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now we know the dimension of acceleration. What we have to find out? Dimension of force. So now what will be the dimension of force? Dimension of this m into dimension of acceleration, that is Lt minus 2. So what is the dimension of force? M L T minus 2. In this way, we are going to calculate the dimension of all the derived one, all the derived physical quantities. Okay, so now the next we will calculate the dimension of energy. Dimension of E. We are going to calculate the dimension of energy. Assume I am telling E equal to half m into v square. So what will be the dimension of E? Just try once, then we'll explain it. Just I'm giving you 2 minutes. Just try, then we'll go through this.
M into L square by T square.
Okay. So m into, what did you say? M
L square.
L square T.
T to the power minus 2.
Right. So this is the dimension of energy. How? So dimension of E equal to, this is the constant one. So we don't care about the constant one. Now dimension of M, this we know that mass, that's M. For V, we have already derived, is Lt minus 1. So it is Lt minus 1 to the power 2, that become M L square T minus 2, that is equal to M L 2 T minus 2. So in this way, we can calculate the dimension of all the derived quantities. Okay. So, okay. One more example we discussed last time, something like that. X equal to some a plus b into t plus ct square plus dt cube. Okay. So in what we have to do, we just know that x is distance and t is all these t are times. So we have to find out the dimension of A, B, C, and D. We already discussed, but I don't know. On that PPT, it was very difficult to explain. So that's why I chose this problem again. So what I told you guys, like when we have some physical quantity in plus form, this is we are adding some physical quantity A with some physical quantity BT with some physical quantity CT square plus some physical quantity DT cube. So in this case, first of all, this is X. So for a equation to be applicable, or you can say like if a equation is correct, suppose assuming this equation is correct, if a equation is correct, then it must have dimensionally correct. But vice versa is not true. What does it mean? मैं बोल क्या रहा हूँ कि अगर ये इक्वेशन करेक्ट है, इसका मतलब क्या है कि डायमेंशन जो x का डायमेंशन होगा, LHS में लिख रहा हूँ, जो LHS का डायमेंशन होगा वही होगा RHS का. ओके, अगर ये इक्वेशन करेक्ट है, what my then I'm writing like this: if something equation, if equation is true, if this equation is true, that implies dimension of left hand side should be same as dimension of right hand side. Okay, but vice versa is not true. But if LHS equal to RHS, this doesn't mean, if it not, it doesn't mean equation is correct. We will try to validate both the these things. So first of all, if equation is true, LHS equal to RHS. So we are assuming this equation is true. So here, what will happen, because we have written the equation, right? So what will happen, the dimension of X will be same as the dimension of this RHS, A plus BT plus CT square plus DT cube. So here we have addition. So we can add, this is some, we can add only same dimensional physical quantity. Okay. So what we are saying, if the dimension of A is same will be dimension of DT, that will be same as CT square, that will be same as DT cube. That is, dimension of A will be same as dimension of BT, that will be same as dimension of CT square, that will be same as dimension of DT cube. Okay, dimension of all this physical quantity will be same. And also we have said the dimension of this left hand side will be same as the dimension of right hand side. So here, as the dimension of all the physical quantity is same, so we can write dimension of X should be same as dimension of A, should be same as dimension of BT, should be same as dimension of CT square, should be same as dimension of dt cube. Okay. So now we will equate this to 1. If any doubt, please let me know. Interrupt me immediately.
No, sir, no doubt. It's clear.
So, dimension of A will be same as X, that is L. Dimension of dt, that will be same as L. This implies dimension of B will be L upon T, that is LT minus 1. Similarly, we can find out for C. So that will come as LT minus 2. And for D, it will come as LT minus 3. Okay? So in this way, we can calculate the dimension of any derived or any, if there is any equation given, then we can calculate the dimension of that physical quantity. Actually, this question is very important question. Actually, generally this kind of question comes in examinations, competitive examination. They don't give the direct questions. They will give some here instead of X. They might give something like energy or something. E equal to A plus BT plus CT square plus TQ.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yeah.
Sir, how we would know that A, B, C, and D are distance?
No. Here what I said, X equal to some equation is given. We don't know about anything. We don't know anything about A, B, C, and D. Okay, right?
Yes, sir.
Agreed. But for X, about X and T we know. I have already mentioned X is distance, right? Agreed?
Yes, sir.
And T is time, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what I said, if some equation exists, then the dimension of left hand side, dimension of that physical quantity. This is a physical quantity equation, relationship between the physical quantity. So dimension of the left hand side physical quantity will be same as dimension of this right hand side physical quantity. So for left hand side, as I mentioned, this is the distance, right? So dimension of X we know. What is the dimension of X? It's the distance. Distance is measured in length. So dimension of X is L. That we know, right? Doubt.
Yes, sir.
So is there any doubt in that the dimension of X is L? Or
Sir, I was asking about A, B, C, and D.
I'll explain that. We don't know that ABCD. What is ABCD? Right now we don't know. I'm just explaining the dimension of X. Dimension of X is L. That is clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now dimension of T, as I have already mentioned, it's a time. So we know the dimension of T also.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now just read my this point number 8. If equation is true, this equation exists, then dimension of this left hand side should be same as dimension of right hand side, right?
Yes, sir.
So dimension of X is what? L. That is we know. Now one more thing I have said, we can add physical quantities if their dimensions are same. So what does it mean? This is a physical quantity, right? We don't know what is that. It's a length or mass or whatever. But this is a physical quantity because it's a physical equation. This is also a physical quantity. This is also a physical quantity. What we are doing, we are adding this. Some physical quantities that could be mass, length, or combination of mass and length or time or something. But we are sure that the dimension of A equal to dimension of BT. Why? Because we are adding these two physical quantities. So we only add those physical quantities if their dimensions are same. So what I am saying, dimension of A will be same as dimension of BT. Is that clear or do I need to explain it again? Prachi.
Now it's clear.
Okay. So dimension of A is same as dimension of BT. These are the physical quantities. Same as CT square. This is also a physical quantity and we are adding with this. So dimension of CT square should be same as this BT array because we are adding this CT square with these two physical quantities. Same for DT cube. So dimension of DT cube also become equal to X. So because we are adding this all the physical quantities, so all the dimension of these individual physical quantities will be same. At this point, it is clear. So dimension of A equal to dimension of DT equal to dimension of CT square equal to dimension of DT cube. Is that clear first?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, what I said, dimension of this left hand side should be same as dimension of this right hand side. So if we are adding two physical quantity of the same dimension, then the dimension of the output will be same. Like example, I gave this is a very common example, mango example. This is A is mango, okay? This BT is mango. So if we add A plus BT, the result will come as mango, right? Am I correct?
Sir, can you repeat that?
I'm saying this A is mango. Suppose this A is mango, okay?
Yes, sir.
And also this BT, as we are adding, the dimension of A should be same as BT. So BT will also be a mango. Some kind of, like here maybe 5 mango, here it will be 10 mango or something. But this is mango because we are adding it. And if we are adding it, then physical, the dimension of both should be same. So if both are mango and we are adding it, the result will come as always in mango. If I have 5 mango and I am adding 10 mango, so result will be 15 mango. But 15 is the unit. Suppose mango is the so 15 is the numerical value and mango is the unit, some kind of thing. So what my point is, if we are adding two physical quantity and we know that dimension of these two physical quantities is same, then the result, the sum of those physical quantities will be also same. Okay, I'll explain it in some other way. Let me. We'll see it. Okay. We have a physical quantity with left hand dimension is L. I am writing it something like that. Can I write it like that? If you can see my L equal to LT minus 1 into T, can I write this? Because T and T will be get cancelled and the result will come as L. Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I can write it, you agree on that. And LT minus 1, what is that? We know that V, right? Okay. LT minus 1, that this is V velocity we have already derived.
Sir, I can't see the board clearly.
Yeah. Even the same right now, or can we see? Let me rub it. We'll discuss these points again. Okay. Is it visible now? I mean, can you read this part?
Yes, sir, now it's visible.
Okay. So you have to just we'll go these 3 points I have mentioned. We can add on only same dimensional physical quantities. So that's just same thing. Just you think like mass cannot be added with time, right? We cannot add mass into time. If we are adding, suppose mass with time, what will be the result? We don't know that. We cannot add mass and time, but we can mass and mass, right? Suppose it will become 2 into mass, but mass and time we cannot add. Agree on that? We cannot add, suppose, okay, let me explain that. We have a container of a rice, okay? And we have a container of pulses. We have 2 containers. This is rice. This is pulse. Okay? So, now I am saying, take some rice, go add in some container. Can you put rice in pulse?
No.
No. You are going to put it in rice box itself, right?
Yes, sir.
So suppose some rice was already there, and we have to add rice. Then again we are adding in this container itself. It means we had some physical quantity here. That I am telling that is A. Here that the physical quantity, the rice was there, that is A. And what you are adding, the rice that is also a rice on. So that will also be a rice. So that the dimension of BT will be same. By dimension means here rice. So this is also a rice, this is also a rice, right? So dimension will be same always, A or BT. If we are adding A or BT, then dimension of A or BT will be same because both are rice. This is rice and this is rice. But we cannot add, suppose this is something alpha, but we cannot add alpha because alpha is a pulse. We cannot add it. We can add only rice. So if A is rice, here A is rice, so BT must be rice. Same as CT square must be rice. Same as DT cube must be rice. Because we are adding all these things. We are adding this in the same container of rice. So if we are adding in a same container of rice, so A must be rice, BT must be rice, and CT square must be rice, and DT cube must be rice. That's why I wrote A dimension of A equal to dimension of BT equal to dimension of CT square equal to dimension of DT cube. Still doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. Now all these we added in rice, right? Rice container. So still what is that? That is rice. So the dimension of this whole right hand side is rice. And what is that X? X is the result of this. So what is X? X must be rice. Because we all added, then X is also a rice. That's what I did. Then dimension of X equal to dimension of A. Now what I did, I equate the dimension of X with dimension of A also. Initially we had only dimension of A equal to dimension of BT equal to dimension of C.
But sir, A and BT का dimension equal तो नहीं है?
नहीं, dimension equal है. Dimension क्यों नहीं equal है? Just try to explain and I will clarify.
A distance and BT distance into time.
No. That's what I'm saying. How do we know A is distance? Did I mention anywhere A is distance? Nowhere. I didn't mention it. A is a physical quantity. A is a physical quantity. B is a physical quantity. C is a physical quantity. D is a physical quantity. I didn't mention A, B, C, or D is the distance. Never. If please go ahead.
LHS and RHS cannot be equal.
Didn't get you. Come again.
LHS और RHS equal नहीं हो सकता है because LHS distance है and RHS में time भी है.
हाँ, वही तो मैं बता रहा हूँ. टाइम है इक्वल नहीं हो सकता है, लेकिन अगर B अगर b कुछ ऐसा हो, डिस्टेंस अपॉन टाइम हो तो
then it will be equal.
तो वही तो है। b क्या है? b क्या है? डिस्टेंस अपॉन टाइम। देखो अब b का हम लोग निकाला है ना, b का डायमेंशन जो आया था lt -1 हम लोग का आया था। यही आपने जो पॉइंट आउट किया एग्जैक्टली वही है। b t इक्वल नहीं हो सकता है कब? अगर b क्या होता, b अगर डिस्टेंस होता तो, लेकिन b डिस्टेंस है ही नहीं। b क्या है यहाँ पर? lt -1, that is velocity, and velocity into time, what is that? That is distance.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what you raised I got now, I'll explain that part. So what you thought, x is distance, okay, and you assume that I'm just assuming like what you are thinking, b is also a distance, and we have time also. So you were right, we cannot equate the distance equal to distance into time. That is wrong, completely wrong. But I am saying I don't know what is b. I don't know what is b. I only know about time. Yeah. Yes, please. बोलिए.
Sir, are you asking something?
No, I'm saying now, is it clear? Like what I said, t is time only.
Yes,
That
sir, it's
we know.
clear now.
We don't know about b. Still, we don't know about b. So b is something we unknown. This is unknown. What we have to find out. So what I'm saying, what will be the unknown now? Distance by time. Now just think like that. If b is distance by time, and we know that t is time, so bt becomes distance. Now we can equate, right?
Yes, sir.
Same way, we don't know what is c. We only know about t square. So again, what I am doing, this is distance. C we don't know, and t square we know. That is time square. So what will become the C? Distance upon time square. That is LT2, LT minus 2. Are you agree on this, or still we'll explain? I will go through this again.
No, sir, now it's clear.
Okay. The same way for dt square. Just what you have to remember, what will be the dimension of x? That will be the same dimension will be this one. Dimension of x will be same as dimension of right hand side. And what we are adding? Of the same dimensional physical quantity. We are adding same dimensional physical quantity. Now, one more point was there that I want to clear that. What I said, even if dimensionally LHS and RHS equal, if dimension of left hand side and dimension of RHS is equal, that doesn't imply, it doesn't mean that equation is correct.
Yes, sir, question is incorrect.
Right? Like example, I'll give you. Same, we'll take the already what we said. For this kinetic energy, this I'm writing Ki. Suppose kinetic energy E is half mv square, what we know. But Here if we solve, the dimension will be same as dimension of E will be same as dimension of MBA square. But just think like that. I am writing E equal to 5 MBA square. In that case also, here dimension of A is same as dimension of MBA square. Here also, in the second equation also, the dimension is same. But equation is wrong. But this equation is wrong. Because it should be half. It should not be 5. So this was the third point. 2-3 points we have on in this. Just we have to remember. First one, what we discussed. If any equation exists, that means I'm talking about always the physical equation, physical quantities related equation. That means the dimension of that left hand side will be same as dimension of right hand side. The second point what we read is we only add the same dimensional physical quantity. The third point what we read, like even if the dimensions are same for a equation, that doesn't mean the equation is true. These 3 points we read, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, just 1 second. Oh, sorry. Okay, so a small question we'll try to solve. Then the concept wise we'll discuss later. Okay, now in the examination generally, they what they do, they just mention some different way. Like they will say these are the physical, these are the primary physical quantities. I mean, it's a fundamental one. It's not a derived one. And then they will ask what will be the dimension or unit for the derived one. In that, what they do, like I'm telling you, the velocity. We know that velocity is derived one, right? Derived physical quantity. We know that, and we know the dimension of this is LT minus 1. Now, what I'm saying, assume velocity is fundamental quantity. Okay. Then what they will do? Then they will ask. They will ask based on that. They will ask in the dimension of some other quantity. So velocity is fundamental quantity. You have to assume, and its dimension is something called g. Okay. Then they will say, then what will be the dimensions? What will be the dimensions of something, suppose kinetic energy? So we'll again take the equation of kinetic energy, E equal to half mv square. This is a very simple one, but they will give a long equation in that you have to substitute this v and all. But just for understanding, so what we have to notice is what they have mentioned. If they have mentioned v is a fundamental quantity, then what will be the dimension of this E? So here now we are not going to what? We are not going to use the derived one. I mean, we know that V is LT minus 1, but we are not going to use it. What we'll do, we'll directly substitute what they have said. So in this case, dimension will be for mass M. Okay. For V, we have already said it's already they are assuming is a fundamental quantity. So we don't have to mention it LT minus 1. What we'll do here, it will be V itself, a square. So our in this case, dimension will be mv square. It won't be mlt l square t minus 2. So in this case, what they will do, they will give the options like this, mv square or some other things. But we have to be very careful what they are assuming. So what they'll do, they will have a very huge equation, something like AT plus B M T square equal to something, they will be C E M, which will C E M plus D DMT Q, like that. Some completely different thing they will say. Now here in that also they include E square or something. Then they will ask us to tell the dimension of this A, B, C, D. So here we have to think about that. Here there is something give us hint, like they will be giving us this is E is here maybe fundamental quantity or CE. They will say dimension of CE. Sorry, dimension of CE is at region T. Okay. Now let me explain this questions first. Suppose we have a equation AT plus BMT square equal to CEM plus D square EMT cube. Okay. In that, what they'll say, we know that the dimension of CE is T. Okay. They'll say, we know that the dimension of C is T. Then what will be the dimension of A, B, C, and D? Okay. Just I'm reading it out again. We have an equation AT plus BMT square equal to CEM plus DE square MT cube. Here the known things are, we know the dimension of CE equal to T, and here E represent energy. Prachi, can you note it down, the question first? I'm not going to solve it today. I'll ask you to solve, then we'll discuss. What I'm saying, we have an equation AT plus BMT square equal
Sir,
to,
I have taken the screenshot.
okay, great. So here just two things. Here we know that C, the dimension of C is T and E is energy. That is the known things. These are the knowns. These are known. Okay. Based on that, you have to find out the dimension of A, dimension of B, dimension of C, dimension of T. We have to find out this. These are unknown.
Sir, here CM is equal to T or CE is equal to T?
CE is not M. Sorry, let me rub it and okay. Is E. CE. E is energy. Okay. So basically today I'll be stopping here because one of I think our students is not here. He's sick. We got to know that he's sick. So he'll be joining in the next class. And these things, units and dimension, basically you will be reading in throughout our all the lessons. So we are not going to spend much of the time here. Just if you are able to find out for one or two derived quantities, then you will be find out anything. That's the same concept everywhere. But in every chapters, like so next we are going to read about the vectors, we are going to read about the kinematics. So there, one for each and every physical quantity will parallelly derive our units and the dimension, so that it will be in the practice itself. But try this equation, and I will be giving you some questions. Like I have prepared some 10, 25%, 10, 20 questions. I will be sharing with you, and parallelly you guys have to solve that. And if any doubt, then we will be discussing in the coming class. And one concept is only left in this dimension. Then that will be discussing in the next class. Till now, if you have any doubts, then I will explain that.
Sir, this question is doubtful.
Okay. Again, I will tell you. Just assume this is a dummy equation. This is a dummy equation. We don't know anything about A. These are unknowns, A, B, C, and T. I have mentioned. Sorry, I mentioned T here. It's a D. Sorry. Okay. Now it's clear, or that was the doubt, or okay. So what I'm saying, we have a dummy equation AT plus BMT square equal to CEM plus DE square MTQ. This is something irrelevant equation or something. But they in the examination they give like that. That is completely will be unaware of the equation that we don't know at all. The only things we have to keep in mind, we are always going to equate the same dimensional physical quantity. Means the dimension of this left hand side will be always same as dimension of this right hand side. That property will hold true. Now one second concept, the dimension of the same physical quantity we are going to add. That means dimension of AT will be same as dimension of BMT square. That we know. The similar concept for right hand side. Dimension of CEM will be same as dimension of DE square MTQ. Okay. Just use two things, this two concepts, then I think you will be able to solve it. Only two concepts. These two things are there, nothing else is there. Just try it, and already I mentioned, we know that CE equal to D. Will you try, or should I explain it here itself?
Sir, I will try it.
Okay, please try this, and please let me know. You can share it in our WhatsApp group, and if any doubt, we'll be discussing this question in the next class. And I'm also sharing some questions. Try that questions also. And I think after one or two class, we'll be discussing about vectors and all. Okay. So today I'm stopping here. Because of that, we are missing one of our students. Okay then.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks.